Hey, good morning, everybody. Let me get this thing set up. All right, I'm going to get my glasses. We'll talk about some NFL Week 2 action here. Give me just a second. Come on, come on. My glasses. All right. We had a pretty good day yesterday. It was pretty profitable. We did well. Casual today, guys. Yeah, yesterday, best bet. Hey, what's up, Dario? Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Yesterday, had Oklahoma as the best bet. Pretty easy winner. I've had a lot of stressful winners. It was nice yesterday to be sitting there laughing at the very end, man. Nothing to it. Wet the whistle. 49-14. Nebraska scored the first 7 points. They scored the last 7 points. And Oklahoma scored the 49 points in between. So that worked out for a nice winner. Let's get right to the NFL. First game I got on here, Carolina Panthers travel in to play the New York Giants. Here we go. Right now, currently, you got the New York Giants as a 1-point favorite. Giants, fourth quarter rally, balled up and went for 2 points. I don't know if it was ballsy or just stupid. Instead of tying it and playing for overtime, Cuz goes for 2. That's something you do when you're 2-12 and your season's over. That's kind of a cavalier move, a John Madden football move. Not typically something you see in the NFL, but it worked out. Giants got the win 21-20. And the Panthers, meanwhile, first half just dead last week. I mean, literally could not move the ball, could not get a first down in the first half. Rallied in the second half. Mayfield finally figured out what to fucking do with the ball. A couple nice long touchdown passes. Take the lead only to see themselves get beat by a 60-yard field goal at the fucking last play of the game. And Cuz kicked the 60-yarder. It would have been good from 70 yards, man. Get the fuck out of here. And kickers miss kicks all over the league, and this dude drills a fucking 60-yarder. That hurt for the Panthers. Daniel Jones last week, very efficient, man. 17-21, 188 yards. He did throw a pick. Just kind of a blasé. I caught a little bit of that game back and forth. I always try to catch a little bit of every game, but I wasn't overly impressed. But the numbers on paper, you look at it, pretty good. I think them making this a 1-point line right now kind of speaks for itself. That's about where I'm at on this game. I didn't really like this game from a betting standpoint. I pretty much view this as a toss-up, coin flip, pick 'em. My line is basically the same as Vegas. If I was going to lean this way, I'd probably lean to the Panthers because they had some good momentum toward the end of that game. Last season, the Giants beat Carolina 25-3. Pretty embarrassing. But Carolina was terrible last year. I think they're a little better team, and they really spent money and did work to build up this offensive line. I think they actually have a good offensive line, which they have not had in 6-7 years. Cam Newton was getting beat the fuck because the offensive line sucked. And so got that going for them. But, yeah, I would lean to the Panthers in that game. Second game on this list, New England Patriots travel into Pittsburgh. Let me pull up the betting numbers here. Blah, 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 blah. Pittsburgh, New England, Pittsburgh. Right now, the Patriots, these lines are courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook, although it is not a paid promotion for them. It's just who I have at Vegas Sports Insider website. And they got it at -3 with a money line of 150, total 40.5. Looking at these two teams, your first gut instinct would be a low-scoring game. This is another game I did not bet. I basically, now that the line's going up, I would probably definitely lean more into Pittsburgh. I mean, if this line was -3, it had to have moved. Yeah, New England beat them in 2019, so that they haven't played in a few seasons. So 33-3 New England Patriots win. Obviously, different times, different players, different faces, and different places. You got Mitch Trubisky. All those turnovers last week, too, by Pittsburgh, man. They have to go down to the final play of overtime. Almost had 2 ties in week 1 with the exact scores of 2020. I was trying to think of the last time the NFL had 2 ties in one day. My assumption is before the overtime rule went into effect. So you're talking probably early 50s, probably early 70s, excuse me. So you're over 50 years since that's happened. Mac Jones, not much. I had Miami last week, and Miami just kind of slow grinding butt fuck off of Miami. Miami really hammered New England last week, and I appreciated it. Not a lot of drama. There was drama all over the league coming down to the end. Typical week in NFL. A lot of fucking close nail biters. 1 or 2 plays make you or break you. Trubisky. One thing I'll say about him, he's a Tar Heel, so I'm going to be a little bit biased about what I say about Mitch Trubisky. He's got a damn good long ball, okay? If the dude just wants to launch him, he can make some plays. But if you need this guy to hit the precise 5-yard quick slants all day long, probably not going to get it from him. And again, 21 of 38. I think, man, Pittsburgh, Tomlin is kind of a big play kind of guy. Pittsburgh's always kind of, even Big Ben, they're just making big throws trying to catch one. And he might be a good guy for this style of offense, but you got to give him time to get it. Trubisky can sling it, but this is a tough game. Like I say, I would probably lean to Pittsburgh here now that I see a line of +3, but that's definitely not an endorsement of either team in this game. Tampa Bay, New Orleans Saints, 2.5 point spread for Tampa Bay here. Let me double check the current numbers here. Whoops, I got thrown to the next page by accident. Give me a second here. Let's quickly pull this one up here. Tampa Bay. I mean, I know people were giving them hell, but I thought they played pretty well against the Cowboys in a 19-3 win. The one thing I would say that you might not like is they're kicking too many field goals. But the good part of that is they're possessing the football and driving it down the field. I mean, that's one thing I was taking a note of that last week was, damn, they're holding on to the ball pretty well. Even though when they got down into the red zone, like I say, 4 field goals and a touchdown, 19-3. Mike Evans definitely is somebody that you got to worry about if you're the opposition. The guy runs good routes. He positions his body well. Reminds me like of a basketball rebounder trying to get position, and he's got damn good hands. So, I mean, yeah, Evans is a good guy. Mike Thomas. I will say that Tampa last year, they had major problems with the Saints, and when you really wouldn't think that would be the case. I hope after a year removed from those games, they can kind of decide how to handle it differently as far as a game plan. The division opponents, you're going to see these guys, kind of like a Gates, sure. For San Diego, good hands, reliable. Antonio Gates, if I remember correctly, attended college. He was actually a decent basketball player at Kent State, as I remember him in the NCAA tournament, having a couple good games. And then he goes to be sure-handed. There's been quite a few of those guys that end up playing back. Julius Peppers is a good example. Although at Carolina, he was a superstar in both sports. He was damn good rebounder and defender for the Tar Heels Final Four team in 2000. So you get some of those crossover athletes. Charlie Ward, Heisman Trophy winner, ends up playing in the NBA for the Knicks, but he was also a pretty good point guard at Florida State. So there's plenty of examples of that. I don't know, but yeah, Mike Evans is solid, good player. And Fournette. The reason I would probably say Tampa's a good play today is because what I saw out of Fournette, a healthy Fournette and a good running game is about all Tom Brady needs, right? I mean, if you're getting a good running game from Tom Brady, you're really going to set him up for success. So we'll see how that plays out. But I would say, and like I say, you think you might be cautious because of the way the Saints played Tampa last year, but I think the year to think about it and to come up with a different plan. I think it wasn't one game 9-0, 9-3. It was really low scoring. I almost have to look at that. 9-0. The last time they played, New Orleans shut out Tom Brady. You might think Tom Brady has that in the back of his mind as they take the field today. Maybe not. Next game. If this was later in the season, this game might qualify for the dumpster fire, lowbrow, under the bridge garbage game. We're going to look at the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Last week, obviously, Cleveland got the win. Jacoby Brissett, 18 of 34, 147 yards. Good first half, but then the Panthers really put the screws to him in the second half. And then Flacco, man, these quarterbacks. No wonder this would be a garbage can game. Joe Flacco and Jacoby Brissett take to the field here, currently showing Cleveland as a 6.5-point favorite in this game against the Jets. I was going to take the Jets, guys, today, but eventually it was like a late scratch off the card. It was probably the last game I decided I didn't want any action on. But mathematically, I think Cleveland, with this offense, the way it's looking, 6.5-point favorite, especially coming off a road win. I think the line's about a field goal off. I don't think they should be favored by more than 3. So numerically, I kind of would recommend kind of the Jets, but strategically, I just can't do it today. There's other games I like more, so I wouldn't even waste it going on the Jets today. But I definitely would lean Jets. If you're interested in this game and need to know something about this game, I think the Jets is the right side to play in that game. Kind of like I say, a garbage game. Good game. This might be one of the better games of the morning. We'll see. Sometimes you think games are going to be great, and they turn out to be not that great. The Miami Dolphins, 1-0, face the Baltimore Ravens, also 1-0. Miami, as I mentioned earlier, a 20-7 win against the Patriots in Week 1. And the Ravens pretty much had their way with the same Jets team I was just putting down. Ravens on the road, 24-9 winners. And you're looking at a 3.5-point line. Ravens are favored with a total of 44. I can just say right off the top here that I played the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins in this game. Jackson's definitely is versatile. I think that the Miami defense will have a little better time, at least trying to keep him contained in somewhat of a bigger pocket. You just got to keep him in the pocket and make Jackson beat you from the pocket. Not saying that he can't. Some games he's great, but I think your best chance with this Lamar Jackson is keep him in the pocket and make him throw the ball. And then he's not as successful. I was looking last week. He did have 3 touchdown passes, 17 of 20 or 17 of 30 for 213 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. But it's so hard to gauge. It was the Jets. I did note in my analysis for the game that even though Baltimore won, they were outgained. The Jets put up 100 more yards. They really didn't run it that great. I want to check that. Let's go take a look at that real quick before I spout out something wrong. Yeah, in that game, 274 total yards for the Ravens, 378 for the Jets. The Ravens gave up 295 through the air, gave up 83 on the ground. The Ravens only ran for 63 yards against the Jets. So, I mean, that's not exactly, the kind of offense that when you get the lead, you want to be able to run the ball, shorten the number of possessions and kill off some of that clock. So, I mean, there's a little bit of problems for Baltimore. That running game, you wonder how that's going to pan out. I'm taking a quick peek. And the Dolphins only ran for 65 yards, 242. They had such a lead. They were definitely milking it toward, in the third, end of the third, into the fourth quarter. Miami was definitely milking that clock. So for this game, for sure, I think the 3.5. I don't want to say Miami's going to win, but I think this game should be more closer to a pick 'em. And when you start crossing key numbers, like I guess crossing over that field goal, and I feel safe with the 3.5 points here that Miami will be a play for me. In fact, it's already made. Next game, another not so great game. Let's take a peek at the find it. Right now, it's a pick. Detroit -1 pick. And for sure, I would take Detroit. I also took Detroit in this game. Commanders butt fucked me last week because I had Jacksonville. And Jacksonville had an 8-point lead with 10 minutes left. And it got down to the 2-minute warning. Kind of what I was hoping for is that they stop them and and that the the Commanders would kick a field goal and win by 23-22. Instead, they throw a 24-yard touchdown pass. Yeah. Strategically, a lot of coaches will play it that way. You would prefer to try to milk the clock all the way out as opposed to scoring and giving the other team the ball last with enough time to do something with it. There's nothing wrong as long as you have a reliable kicker, and pretty much in NFL from inside 40 yards, especially inside 30, if you can get it to about the 15-yard line, there's no reason not to take it down to 0 and kick the field goal to win the game. But that's kind of the way that game. Another game, I lost the Panthers on the very last, 60-yard field goal to lose that one. And then the Jacksonville also lost kind of in a tough way. Did get a few winners last week. I think 3 and 4 on Sunday. So it wasn't a total collapse, but it wasn't a lot of fun, especially when you're in position to have a much better day, and it didn't work out that way. I would take Detroit in this game. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. What you got here. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, 2 casts off, right? Both were on really good, Wentz, Philly, Goff with the Rams, and they've been outcast, excommunicated from their former squads, right? Kind of ditched. Now they land in 2 different places. Detroit. Not saying DC is great, and it's because it's not, but Detroit, Barry Sanders liked it, but I don't know who else did. Let's go to the next game, guys. Let me take a peek here at the odds. It's going to be the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts 2020 draw. Matty Ice has transitioned his way to the metropolis of Indianapolis. 32 of 50 last week, 352, a touchdown and a pick. Trevor, I need to cut my hair because I look like an idiot. Lawrence, 24, 42, 275. And I will say for Lawrence, man, he actually got his team into position to win the game. They hadn't won a road game in fucking forever. I thought it was good motivation to start your year. An opponent like the Commanders that you can actually have some level of confidence you have a chance of winning. And then get in there, get into the, fell behind early, but hung in, fought back, and toward the end of the game, 22-14 lead with about 10 minutes left, and they could not make it stick. So now they're back home. Definitely a different team at home. Costly meltdown, 26-11. Jacksonville won their last meeting in January. And as I remember that game, Colts needed to win and couldn't. They just got beat, and it was ugly. So, yeah, that is coming back to me. They did not play well there. I did not take this game either. Looking at the line, what did I say that line was? Indianapolis. By 3. Man, although I didn't take them this week, I would probably lean toward the Jacksonville in this game. Home dog, off a loss. This is something in the NFL you always got to remember for week 2, and it's important. And if you pay attention to this, in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, you're going to know, because I've been paying attention to this for about 20 years, and it does prove to be a good way to look at this. In week 1, if you're a road team and you look like shit, like you shouldn't even be in the NFL, or if you basically go on the road in week 1 and lose, but now in week 2 you come back home, it's good, man. It works with the point spread, because you take the visual of what you saw on the road, and it gives you the perception that the team is just not as worse than they actually are. So they come back home where teams play better for the most part anyway, and you have a slight advantage on the line just based on the perception of what people are anticipate is going to happen. And it's the exact opposite if you have a home team and they play great in week 1. All right, they play great in week 1 at home, but now in week 2 they have to go on the road. The perception being that you see them play great at home, you think they are better than they actually are, and then you go on the road and lay an egg in week 2. So this is definitely one of those games where I think Jacksonville might win this game. Like I said, I didn't take it, I guess, because they stung me last week. I saw some other plays that I actually liked better, so I just kind of avoid it. Let's see here, and then let's go to the next game. All right, well, that's all the early games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 afternoon games. The first of which, the Atlanta Falcons go to play. It is in California. Falcons, London. Okay, I was like, who the hell are they talking about? Atlanta Falcons. They both lost last week. Atlanta, heartbreaking, right? Had a fourth quarter lead against the Saints, and it just vanished. They got Jameis Winston, man. How harsh is that? To have this guy, that Mr. Interception, and you didn't even get a pick off this dude. I mean, fucking Jameis Winston, if he's not pilching crab legs, is throwing interceptions, man. That's just and I kind of like the kid. I remember he won me some big bets in college at Florida State, some really big bets. But man, he just likes to throw interceptions. Some guys do that, and Jameis Winston is one of them. But they come back, beat Atlanta Rams. What can you say, dude? They got fucking bitch slapped. Defending Super Bowl champion LA Rams. But you got your fucking teeth kicked in by the Buffalo Bills on your opening game. Now you've had there was a Thursday night game, so you've had 10 days to anticipate the arrival of the Atlanta Falcons, who might be seething after that. Marcus Mariota. All right, 20 of 33, 215 yards. Cordell Patterson had a good game. I mean, that's the sad part for Atlanta, man. They had the game put away, it looked like, and then they lose. Those suck in the NFL, man. When you only have 17 games, and it looks like you're going to have one in the win column, and then you take it off the win column and put it into the L column, that's a huge swing. Rams definitely have to try to win this game, man. I mean, God, that's what it's like. I did not take this game. He had a 10-point line. And it looked like it opened higher. It's come down. I guess basically what this boils down to is I had no confidence in Atlanta. And I don't have enough confidence in the Rams either. So it's not a good game for me. I would probably, I would probably lean to the Rams just based on how badly they looked in that opener. They're a pretty solid team, man. That defensive front's no joke, but got that cotton mouth. Yeah, I always got the cotton mouth, man. Always got to drink water. It's good for you. Refreshing water. Next game on this list, try to get through here, 7:44. I want to be done by 8. I think I will be. Next game on this list, San Francisco 49ers, who got, and I had Chicago last week, so I trust me, I'm not complaining. But man, they just got like the tail end of the weather, right? I'm not saying Trey Lance is great, but it's hard to play in that shit, dude. Let's be honest, on the road. And they had the game kind of controlled, and I just say the weather took it away because I watched it. It was like fucking hilarious, the slip and slide. And every now and then you get one of those in NFL, and it throws a lot of variables into the mix. Who can hold on to the wet ball? Can neither quarterback actually throw it in that? Some quarterbacks can throw in that shit. I mean, that's cold weather, snow, and wet balls. Some dudes cannot throw wet balls. It's actually good to kind of know getting a wet weather game that there's a few dudes out there that just cannot spin it right when it's wet. And Trey Lance, he struggled. That shit was hilarious, man. And Geno Smith, great first half, right? 17-16 win over Denver. So here we go. Denver gets down inside the 5-yard line twice in the third fucking quarter. Yeah, I know. The Chicago kid. Why I can't think of his name. But yes, Dario. Yeah, he did the fucking slip and slide. Dude, they were doing the slip and slide without score. Like every time somebody would get tackled from behind, both dudes, they were like fucking sliding across like fucking a steel ball bearing across a glass tabletop, dude. No resistance. They just kept going. Once your momentum is going forward, there's nothing to stop you. Or Rashad Penny. They say Seattle was great in the first half. Geno Smith was great in the first half. And you look at his numbers, man. 23 of 28, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. And with Geno Smith, it's always, before I look at the touchdowns, I look at the interceptions because he's another turnover machine, but 0 interceptions. And they get the 17-16 win. So not only does Denver give up the ball inside the 5-yard line twice in the third quarter, it gets down to the end. I don't know what this coach is thinking, right? It's 4th and 5. You still have time, a minute. You're settling for a 64-yard field goal attempt. There's been like one dude, 2 dudes, maybe he's kicked one this far in an NFL game successfully ever. I don't give a fuck how good your fucking leg is, dude. I mean, the chances of making that kick are not that high. Maybe 20% at best. Do you think your chance of converting a 4th and 5 is less than that? I don't think so. I mean, perhaps, but you just got to move the ball a little bit closer there. I thought it was a stupid play by the coach. You basically pay Russell Wilson a fucking $250 million and you take him off the field on a 4th and 5 and accept your fate with a 64-yard field goal, which like probably 2 in a fucking 50 have been successful in the history of the NFL. I thought that shit was stupid. I'm going to take San Fran in this game, even with the line being kind of high. I think Seattle got all their fucking lucky horseshoe plays last week. And then the time out when they were in victory formation. Yeah, it's just fucking shit happens, man. But for sure, I think San Fran's will get the best of Seattle. Seattle's not going to get all the 4-leaf clover, rabbit's foot, horseshit plays go their way today. And I don't know about prop bets or any of that shit, but if Geno Smith doesn't throw a pick today, I would be fucking shocked because I think they're going to fall behind and he's going to have to throw the ball more than he probably wants to. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. My glasses, man, clean. Barely see out of them. Need to put them back on. 4-leaf clover, fucking box of lucky fucking charms, man. Yeah, fucking like a rabbit's foot. Fucking rub the redheaded kid's fucking hair. Luck. And some games are decided by that shit, man. That's like NFL, dude. It's so competitive that a lot of these games come down to one play, one way or the other, whether you're going to win or lose. And just try to be stress-free. I try to relax and just go with it, man. And accept it you know, it's either a chuckle or it's like a, yeah, great. But I try not to get too high and try not to get too low, or you'll start feeling stress, and stress will take years off your life. It's not worth it, man. Trust me. Been doing this shit a long time. It's not worth a lot of stress. So San Francisco for me in that game. So down this list so far, I like Tampa Bay. I like the Dolphins. I like the Lions. And I like San Fran. Those are the ones I actually like and put bets on. At least two of them already I've bet, and I'll probably do something before kickoff. But I like those four. So in the early games, I like Detroit, Miami, and Tampa Bay. That's the three. I got you early session 3-pack. That's what I'm going with. Tampa Bay, Miami, Detroit. We'll put this on videotape. This is a live stream, and I can document this. I can come back later, clip this out, and go 3-team, yeah. All right, next game, Houston Texans. 2020 tie at home, man. And now they go to Denver that lost. And again, this is Denver on the road, week 1. Looked like shit. Kept turning the ball over. You know, they just looked hard. This is a classic game for this. But the line is 10, similar to the San Fran. That's probably why I picked San Fran instead of Denver, because basically both these games are exactly numerically the same. San Fran lost a tough one on the road in Chicago in week 1. Now they come home in week 2, and Seattle got the win. You know, I'm looking over my 4-leaf clover. Bullshit win at Denver. Now they go on the road in week 2. That's kind of why I like that one better, because Houston got the tie. So Seattle got the win at home in week 1. On the road week 2. San Francisco lost on the road week 1, come home week 2. When you kind of get that set up, it's going to favor the team at home. And I'm looking 9 on the San Fran. I did not take this, but I would definitely lean to Denver, even with a 10-point spread. I know that's tight. And then maybe by the afternoon action, I might, you know, if I can do good in the early action, I might sprinkle them in on something. Denver. I just think they're going to come back home and get the win, bottom line, after that last week. Let's see here. And then got a couple more on here. Yes, sir. Arizona Cardinals. Absolutely mugged, man. That was like a gang mugging, man. That's like you go out at night to, you know, pick up an extra 40, maybe a bag of chips, and you're approached by like a gang of like 6 dudes, man, and they take you out, just beat your fucking ass. That's kind of what happened to Arizona last week. They got fucking gang mugged. Like, give me your wallet. What? By the time you fucking figure out what's going on, you're getting beat up by half dozen dudes. That's what happened. So now they go on the road. So Arizona gets beat like fucking, fucking puppy that pisses on the fucking couch. And then now they go on the road. The Raiders, I had them last week. Man, how many fucking chances do you fucking need to cover a fucking spread? And then in this game, that's talking about the misery last week. This was another one. Panthers on a field goal last fucking second. Jacksonville, because the Skins fucking Commanders punching in for a touchdown instead of milking the clock, kicked the field goal. I cover. Fucking the Raiders miss a 2-point conversion. That's what the whole fucking game came down to. If they make the two-point conversion, I cover. They miss it, I lose. Thank you, sir, for participating. You got fucked. So with that one, I like. I'm gonna take the Cardinals, man. As bad as that sounds, the Raiders 5.5-point spread. I think it was 6 earlier. I just don't think Arizona can look that bad 2 weeks in a row. And the Cardinals in the past few years, you probably check the numbers on this. I know they do way better on the road than they do at home. They goddamn go 4-4 at home and go 7-1 on the road. So they do actually travel well. So give me Arizona in this game. Yeah, the Raiders fucked me. Both these teams. These are two of my four losers last Sunday playing against each other today. Arizona was one of the four losers, and the Raiders was four. Like I say, and three. Arizona just got beat. Of the seven plays I made last week, that was an absolute horseshit play. No chance of winning. All the other fucking six could have won. You could say maybe a couple of them should have won, but I only ended up winning three and four last week. So we definitely, and I got the winner with the Chargers on the horse shit greasy. How greasy was that shit on Thursday night? Chargers +4. You get the Herbert on 3rd and 1. Rolls out of the pocket to the right. There's like a fucking, you could drive a goddamn yacht through there. And he could have fucking walked for the first down. But instead he gets out here and he looks like a fucking cripple, like he can't even hold the ball and just like throws it. You're like, what the fuck, dude? And now you're 4th and 1 near midfield, game on the line. You need one fucking yard, and the dude throws a fucking 40-yard dart, man. It looked like he hit the bullseye on the dartboard from the view behind the quarterback, just past the defender, right in Cousins' hands. 1st and goal inside the 5. All right, back door swinging open. It's flapping in the breeze there. Flap, flap, flap. Just get in that back door. So it comes down to 4th down and goal. You're just thinking, oh shit, and he just doesn't look good. Herbert doesn't look good. You could tell the dude is probably should not be out there. But I guess the alternatives, it's tough to tell a kid not to play, man. I like that by him. I don't like people that just every little nick and cut. Oh, Mike, this and that. They don't want to play. This guy's out here. You can tell. To me, it looked like when he got took down, he landed. I thought it was like a kidney shot, like on the crown of Cousins' helmet, kind of got up underneath him and he landed on that shit, which I can promise you that shit did not feel good. Anytime you kind of catch anything on your back, lower back like that, it can kind of take you. And apparently it got up into his ribs a little bit. So good thing for Herbert, and he actually made the play on 4th down and made me money. So, and it started off week 2. Like I say, week 1, I caught a lot of bad luck at the end of games. Hopefully I can catch some good luck like that shit today. Cincinnati at the Cowboys. I did not touch this game. I just don't know if I trust Cincinnati enough to cover a 7-point spread. This is probably, of all the games today, this would probably be the one I'd least likely want to bet on. There's just way too many variables in this for me. It'd be so hard to take Dallas, honestly. But in the same breath, I would say having Cincinnati as a 7-point fucking road favorite is it doesn't even sound right. So take that for what it's worth. Maybe with Cooper Rush 7 of 13, 64. Like I say, I like Burrow too, dude. Trust me, I rode him. I even won the Super Bowl bet last year. Called the score right, 23-20, but just had the wrong team, covered the spread. And I actually called the upset. I know I had fucking Bengals against the Chiefs. And I think I actually felt like they had a good chance of winning. So, I mean, I do like Burrow. But like I say, at this point of the season, they already kind of look like they need that shit last week. The turnovers. Take a peek. Yeah, 4 picks. I don't give a fuck how good you are, dude. You start throwing 4 picks in a game. It's called NFL for a reason. It's called not for long. So you need to bounce back from that shit, dude. You just can't throw 4 picks, man. Sorry. I can't. Oh, he's going to bounce back. Yeah, maybe he will, but I'd be damned if I could take a dude that just got through 4 picks. So skip that game. Final game, the nightcap. This is the bailout. I think I saw my first pick online in 1999. So it's 23 years. People have been seeking my advice. That Sunday night football game has probably got to be the one where there's been the most pressure because so many people need to be bailed out at the last fucking play that they can bet on for the week. You know, it's kind of fucked up. I don't like that kind of pressure, man. Bet smart. Bet what you can bet. Don't come to me at like 5 o'clock Sunday evening when I'm trying to relax with all this fucking stress. I'm down $1,000. I gotta have a winner. Fuck, dude. You need to manage your finances better before you start gambling. But that's your nickel and dime room fucking psychology. I just don't like the pressure, man. It's like I care more about their fucking bet than I care about my shit because I feel bad for them. Man, I got a conscience or something, but I don't like that shit. Don't. So if you're out there and you need some advice, don't come to me telling me your fucking sob story and how badly you need to win this fucking game because some games are better than others. Unless it's like one of like the very top bets that I like and you catch me on the right day. But I've had dudes come to me and say not even in NFL, but maybe college basketball on a Sunday evening when there's like 2 or 3 games you can pick from. And these aren't cherry games. Some of these are fucking from the Big Ten, Northwestern at fucking Illinois. It's just kind of, I don't really want to I wouldn't want to put my rent money on some bullshit random game that I'm being forced to bet on. And that's kind of the pressure these guys put on me sometimes. But in this game, could the Packers have looked any worse than they did? I don't think so. Right? Week 1 on the road against the Vikings, 20-7. Fucking Aaron Rodgers didn't throw a touchdown pass. He threw his first interception in a division game in like 4 fucking years. And they were just awful. But the thing I noted about the Packers before that game, reason why I didn't really kind of think about it was they didn't play anybody in the preseason. So they were kind of stale, and they looked stale. That offense was putrid. I thought the defense was decent. I didn't think they were completely out of line with that defensive effort, but the offense was just atrocious. Chicago, we mentioned it, Justin Fields, 8 of 17 for 121 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick, but defense set him by 8 of 17. Fuck, dude. What are you shooting, making 10-foot putts or something? I mean, 8 of 17 is not that good. And Rodgers couldn't have looked any worse. To me, this is a beautiful setup. I don't know what the line is exactly. And if it was smart, it would probably go up a little more. And I know that it's tough to do because instinctually you saw that performance. We all did. We saw how fucking bad Green Bay looked. Everybody did. And everybody also knows that the Bears beat the fucking 49ers in the slot. So now you're thinking, oh, yeah, the Bears, man. Fuck, Packers look like shit. You put and this is the way the NFL works, man. That perception will work against you. If you get something blocked into your head, it's going to happen based on what you just saw. You're going to get your ass kicked in the NFL because, especially when you're changing locations, like I say, Green Bay and Minnesota is way different than Green Bay at home. So for me, if you need the bailout, like I say, this isn't like the highest level of confidence. This is just using years of watching this shit to kind of give you an idea, especially week 1 to week 2. This is usually one of the easier weeks to handicap because of this. So for that reason, guys, I like Green Bay in the nightcap. And I come up with my plays here. So let's go through this list. Actually, let's go through the other way. Let's see here. I got them all right here. So teams I like, early games, Tampa, Miami, Detroit. And I took Pittsburgh on the lower, like the action plays. These are Detroit, Arizona, and Pittsburgh I like, but not as much. The games I do kind of like quite a bit, Tampa, Miami, San Francisco, Green Bay. All right. Kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking at. So 7 plays out of that whole board, 7 plays I would kind of lean to and bet Tampa, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Detroit, Green Bay, San Francisco, Miami. All right, that's about it, guys. I think in baseball, I took Seattle later the night. It was like -110. I've hit 4 in a row in baseball, so maybe I liked it. And I hit my soccer this morning, Everton. Literally before the sun rose, I've already cashed the 3. Not betting. I needed to check This match is probably about over. Let's see. Can I get a score? Everton, West Ham. We got a score on that one. Oh, they're still playing. Everton 1-0, baby. 90 plus 3, so they're in the injury time. Let's hang out. As soon as this shit, give me a final here, guys. Fuck. Let me go to my thing. Can I get something on here? Everton soccer. So I might sweep the soccer today if they can hold them out another fucking, I don't know how many extra minutes they were. See if I can pull up video or something here. At least give me something to look at. Nope. But I got it on the live, 94th minute. So they're into the 4th minute of injury time. Everton's holding up. 53rd minute goal by Mope. Right now, it looks like it might be the game winner. Can we end this fucking soccer match, guys? 1-0 Everton, baby. And the money went to Everton because I bet this yesterday afternoon. It was plus 190. I looked this morning, it was like plus 150. So definitely Everton. I wasn't the only person that took Everton. And Everton has not won a match all season, but they had 4 consecutive draws. And this looked like, I know they're pushing to get a win. And this looked like a team they could beat. Now we're getting further into it, man. It's got to be. Where's the final whistle, man? Now we've rolled into the 95th minute. And I can't get the video up. They just showed a yellow card to West Ham. Is anybody watching this? Fuck. Let's get to the end of this soccer match, man. 1-0, man. Come on, Everton. Midway through the night, so 95, and it's showing that there was 5 extra minutes. So if this is right, Everton has a free kick and about 30 seconds left before the final whistle. I am not watching it. I just got it on the live betting app animation where they kind of showing what's going on, and they're the ones that showing me 5 minutes of added time. Man, we should be past that, right? What is going on here? I'm seeing 95-20. There it is. Is that the final whistle? I think that is, guys. Bang, dude. All right. Maybe this will be our lucky day, dude. I think that's it, man. I think that was just the final whistle. I'm going to wait for it to pop up final on there. Okay, maybe not. This is weird. 95-35. West Ham throw in. Maybe not. Please don't beat me after I thought the fucking thing was over. It says 5 minutes of extra time, but I'm looking at it now. The clock's at 95-48. So we're like past. I mean, at any second, this final whistle should blow. And there it goes. Full time. Bang. Everton 1-0. All right, guys. Bang, dude. All right. Yeah, Dario. Cashed it. Bleacher Report. Yes, sir. It is full time on my app, too. 1-0 final. Everton. Dang. All right, so we hit our soccer. We had the best bet was Arsenal to bounce back from that loss to Manchester United that we actually had. So the soccer's actually been going pretty good. If you're on my YouTube channel and watch them, that's going to be another winner for the videos. So that's 2-1 this week. That would be 9-6. But the thing is the ROI. The ROI is going to be about 80% positive after 15. There was 3 this week, 7-6, and 3 more. Yeah, 16 plays this season in the Premier League on the videos here. And we're about 80% ROI. So that's going to finish me off, guys. I'm going to get set up for football, probably eat a little bit. Thanks, Dario, for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate not being here by myself. Hopefully I can at least somewhat entertain you, make you laugh a little bit, all right? Hopefully we'll get some winners. And Dario, man, Dario rides with my picks, man. So hopefully I can continue. I think this week was good. Last week is up and down. Good in college. I think, yeah, had you dying good. College has been great. The best bet, 7-2-1. And basically, if you bet that one push on game day, which was Indiana -3 in their 3-point win against Illinois, you won. So you'd be 8-2. So it's a good start to college. I did not do shit last week in NFL, but finally got on the board with the Chargers. Going to look to try to keep that momentum going here today, guys. Best of luck to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. I'm trying to just build up my little channel, guys. All right. Little tiddly windly bullshit, but I'm trying to take what I know about betting on sports. And I do have a handicapping service, and I've had one for a long time. And some people respect my opinion. Some people think I'm smart. Some people think I'm an arrogant prick that doesn't know shit. Either way, I accept it, man. Come in, right? Hang out with me, guys. And I appreciate everybody. I'm Tony Gullies. I'm the Great White Capper. Best of luck to everyone with all of your action for NFL Week 2. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.